Hey there, Canonites, welcome back. After a few days away, I'm back and in action, and god damn is it a good time to be. The new episode of Hunt the Truth dropped today, and boy was it a big one. As has been the trend, I am at a loss for words, and there is, as always, a damn good reason for it. Let's take a look. The episode begins with Petra shouting at Ben, as some big news has apparently dropped and shaken everything up. This is the chaos Pharaoh promised, though much sooner than Ben anticipated. Seeing, or rather hearing, that Ben is utterly clueless, Petra tells him to check his newsfeed, then call her back when he's all caught up. After a bit of searching, Ben finds the original source of the chaos, a report from Biko that Master Chief had, seemingly without cause, attacked a peace conference between humans and alien delegates. The ensuing firefight would claim 19 human lives. In the chaos, the Chief grabbed the human ambassador, blasted an escape route through armed personnel while escorting the alien delegates to safety, and took the human ambassador off-world. Only a day later, the ambassador's dead body was found. The implications speak for themselves, I think. And of course, in the wake of such reports, everyone is divided. On Earth and in the inner colonies, people are calling the Chief the fallen Spartan and denouncing him. In the outer colonies, however, the Chief is seen as a victim, a kid that had been broken by Oni and whose actions only expose the major problem within Oni and the UEG at large. At this point, Oni seems to have finally caught up to Ben, cutting off all his communication capabilities. With little other choice, Ben relocates and sets up a new base of operations somewhere no one but him knows of. And of course, just as Ben is up and running again, he finally makes contact with Mashak. As it turns out, Mashak found some big lead that called for his immediate attention and, unfortunately, Ben's ignorance. On the brighter side of things, Ben's work is being heard in the outer colonies, and they are pissed. Ben's reports opened up old, deep wounds for these people, especially with the seeming disregard Oni had for the colonies once the Covenant had shown up. We as fans know this isn't necessarily the truth, but it's the feeling most outer colonists get, and I can't really blame them. Moving forward, Mashak has something else to share with Ben. After hearing the Petrovsky interview, Mashak waded through the slush and was able to come out the other side with a virtual reconstruction of where the Spartan 2 candidates had been taken from, based on cases of genetic disease that matched John's clone. And it shows, as we already know, that the outer colonies were the major resource pool for Spartan candidates. Even more shocking, however, is that Mashak seemingly found records of Spartan 2 clones that long outlived their expected expiration date. I can't yet tell if this is a reference to Homecoming from Halo Legends or something else entirely. In Halo Legends, 5 Spartan 2 candidates escaped captivity. 3 were eventually recovered, but 2 others, upon discovering their clones, committed suicide. Mashak mentions 2 recorded suicides, so it is possible that he's making a reference to the events from Homecoming, but it's way too early to say for sure. Mashak and Ben say their goodbyes, and it isn't long before Pharaoh makes contact with Ben again. Ben is initially mad, but Pharaoh quickly talks him down. She points out that all she leaked was the truth, that an aging Spartan may be going off the rails. As she notes, brainwashing a child to make a super soldier can have repercussions down the line, and we may well be seeing them. And while the Chief is being sacrificed in the short term, ultimately Oni is the one who will suffer the most. And it seems Pharaoh is right. That very morning, a meeting was scheduled. Oni will soon be testifying before UEG senators, and Pharaoh is going to make sure that Ben has a direct line into those meetings to expose Oni's darkest secrets. Along with Mashak's data, Ben makes a call to Anthony Petrovsky. While we don't know yet his role, I can only assume he'll be making the direct testimony to the horrors the Spartan candidates had to endure. With everything seemingly falling into place, Ben and Pharaoh say their goodbyes, but not before Pharaoh gives Ben a heads up on the next leak. This time, it's a direct feed of the Chief's assault on the peace talks on Biko. Holy shit! This is getting huge! What was the Chief doing? Why is he shooting up a peace conference? As a fan, I have trouble buying the whole aging Spartan line. We do know that the Chief is experiencing some serious PTSD in the wake of Halo 4, but to simply shoot up a peace conference is way off the rails. There's more to this, and I can't help but wonder if the absence of Blue Team is a hint at the truth. Could this be fake, someone posing as the Chief to hurt him or Oni? Or could there have been something more nefarious at work that the Chief was attempting to stop? Shit is getting dark. I think at this point too, we can definitely say that Pharaoh is not Halsey. This episode featured her voice with a little less scrambling, and it sounds nothing like Halsey. I'm personally still on board for Petra being Pharaoh, but fans have also brought up the idea that it could be Ilsa Zane, the original Spartan 4 from Halo Initiation. Much as I dislike that comic series, it would make for a very interesting twist. So, that's all for today. Thanks for joining me as always, and keep an eye out this week for my breakdown of the most recent Canon fodder, followed by the conclusion to Hunt the Signal. This has been Halo Canon, and I'm so glad to be back.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. It means more than I can express in a few minutes of audio. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it around on whatever social media you see fit, and all that jazz. Thank you so much. Your support is everything. I would not be where I am without you. Thanks.